Guys, today I want to talk to you about delegation. I want to see if I can help in any way. I've been thinking about this for a very long time, and I've been saying this for a very long time. I think most of us are advising. If you read most of the books out there, and you hear you listen to most of the gurus, business people, experienced people, so on. Um, One thing they advise you is delegate. Delegate everything under your pay rate. I mean, I get the concept, I really do, because I think as a founder or CEO, you really have to focus on growing the business, making the business great. But I think delegating everything under your pay rate, and especially with the misconcept of, being the next startup or cool startup, being the next Apple, the next Google, the next, whatever main business you want to be. They kind of like influence people to spend a little more on they call delegation, and they hire people they don't need around them, and jobs they could probably do a lot faster than somebody else in 8 hours. So here's my opinion: don't delegate everything on your pay rate, and not at the beginning. I would say save that money and keep that money ready, and well, not just ready, but just hire the right lawyer, the right CPA, the right HR company or HR person. Those are very, very, very important steps in your company. And you can't neglect that. You have to do that at the beginning when everybody else is cool and is the new young entrepreneur that's gonna look good, is gonna have this really cool office and spend all this money on all these assistants and free kitchen and blah blah blah. Yet they don't really get ready for the long term. That's why most of the companies die. Once they get to a maturity, that's when they start making some money. They stop raising money, and they need to make money. Um, they have problems. They get sued. They're in the wrong location. They get the wrong taxes. They lose profits. They lose opportunity. You have to get the right CPA to give you the right credits in the right area, tell you where to open a new office. Why would you should open it there? Not just they just open one there because it's cool. So, and then get the right lawyer, write the right contracts. Most of the people that I know, young entrepreneurs, and I did that myself. So that's what I'm speaking from experience. We do our own contracts, and we do research, and you pay a couple of softwares online, and you use that. You tailor it to you. That's it. You all good. And then you start losing money big time. You get sued, or you get chargebacks. You can't win them. Something's not right in there. You get business interruption, and so on and so forth. And if you would have done it right from the beginning and spend those $400, $500, $600 an hour for the right lawyer, or spend those couple $100 for the right CPA, the same thing for the HR, then you would have been safe. But you're not, because you spend money on being cool. So delegation, I agree with delegating most of the stuff that are under your pay rate if they do really distract you. But if you can do them, generally speaking, you're going to do them a lot faster than anybody else. You can make your own coffee with no issues. You can even clean your own office with no issues. So save whatever you can, because it looks like you're spending little dollars here and there, and it's not much. Save it, because and then when you have to hire somebody, don't chip on that one. Pay as much as you need to pay to get the right person to do what you need. And then I'm also thinking that over like about $5 million in sales as a company, assuming you're profitable, you can delegate at that point as much as you want. Then I agree, you should be a true executive and look at the reports and everything else, and maybe don't do what's under your pay rate. But yet, when you're small, I'm referring right now to young entrepreneurs, small, not necessarily young, small entrepreneurs that just starting, or they're in the first year, they're a couple hundred thousands, couple millions. Dude, stop being, or stop reading the crap that's giving you from all these stories, seen and spoken from outside. you know, get it how it is real. Look in your life, look in your day-to-day activity. Think what you can save on those expenses under your pay rate. Think what you can do, and what other founders that you have, or employees can do. Save the money, go spend the money on the right contract, spend the money on the right CPA, go in the right location, have the proper setup in your company, and hire the right people to do what's necessary for your company to run on a long term. On a short term, marketing and putting an office together, I guess that's pretty easy. Putting an image together, trying to think about like getting attention on social media and all that stuff. That's easy. Long term, think about branding. How is that gonna impact when you do marketing? Don't just think about like the number of views and likes and everything else. Think about how's that gonna impact you in the long term. So that's why you probably, even in that case, hire the right company, pay a little more, but be on the page that this is working fundamentally with wherever your business needs to be or you want the business to be or yourself. So don't delegate, as everybody else says, everything under your pay rate. Delegate some stuff, and that's fine, but save those $20 an hour. Save those $15 an hour that you can hire people that are pretty much useless. And then put those money, you accumulate all that, like 40 hours a week, plus taxes, you figure you have a couple of thousands in there. Put those money towards having the proper setup, having all the insurances in place, be covered from all angles, have the right advisors around you. Put those money into something above your pay rate, okay? And especially somebody with obviously a lot more knowledge than you do, because you want to learn from them. And I hope this helps, and I hope people will start doing themselves more and delegating less at the beginning as time goes by and your business expands and you grow. Yes, of course, delegate, be super laser focused. So if you have 8 hours of an executive work, well, you better make that an executive work. But otherwise, if you don't have that, if you really don't make 8 hours worth of decisions, which is a lot. So you can't tell me in a small companies that you do that, because in a small company you really don't have that many executive decisions. You literally just want to make sure it stays up and running. It's like a kid. With a kid, you really don't make huge decisions. You don't figure out in the first few months, what college you're gonna go to. You're gonna figure out how you're gonna feed that baby, how you're gonna understand what he wants and all that stuff. So, think about that. That worked for me. I've been saying this for many years now, and I've been doing it myself in many businesses that I started, and they're successful and doing great. And I hope it helps you too become a better entrepreneur. Good luck, and see you next time. You're my peace of mind.